What up, little sis? What's good?
Hey, how you doing?
Man, good, man. What you got going?
I'm at the salon
Hey, you over to get some?
finishing up.
Okay. How your day go?
It's going good. How about yours?
Yeah, ain't got no complaints, man. Listen, God is good. I'm alive, and yeah, that's all I can say right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's all I can say right there, man. Yep. Yeah. Let me get everybody in here, man.
Okay.
Let's see here. Always working. You're always working.
I know. I'm always working.
No, I'm talking to LR this time. She over there working.
Yeah, I'll
Always
be right
working.
back. Stay on the clock.
Yeah, I see you. I see you. I see you. What up, Paul? What's going on, my bro? Paul, then you can hear me. It's okay, though, my brother. Let's get it.
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Hey, what up? What up, dog? What's good, man?
Chilling, I'm chilling, waiting on the little one to dance, man.
Oh, over at dance. Okay. All right. Boy, I tell you, man, you dance with these young kids. Boy, I tell you, I'm glad them days is over. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy they over, bro. My God, man. Yeah, yes. I was talking to Sir Ash. He's like, "Oh man, we got soccer, then we got basketball, then we got this thing,
You
then
know,
we got that thing." And I'm like, "Man, no, sir, I don't want to do any of those things.
I
No,
feel you.
no. What's up, Elaine? Work now?
Hey guys.
How you
How y'all
doing up
doing?
there? I'm good. I'm
Good,
good.
good. I like DPA.
You like? I know you like DBA. I know you do. I know. Our guest should be on here momentarily. But
Yeah,
Miss,
thank you, Sean.
yeah, of course, Elaine. Good to see you today.
Yeah, you too.
You came in the office and you ran right out the other day, man. I missed you.
I know. It's
What happened?
okay.
Why you come in and run so fast?
I was there.
You were there for a brief moment. You brought them donuts in to poison me and you left.
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot.
Yeah, I didn't forget. I didn't
I'm sure
forget.
it was something I had to do.
You ruined my diet for the day. You did. I'm like this lady, man. What's up, Jada? Jada in the office. You over there still working, huh, Jada? I see you in the office.
Yeah, since 9:30. Where you been, Sean?
You know me, man. I've been working, man. Listen, I had to go out to York, South Carolina for a walkthrough this morning. You
Oh,
know,
okay.
yeah, I was out there pretty much all day today.
No, I was downstairs. It was funny because Yadi and Alicia came by. And this is where you be hiding. And I was like, yeah, well, it's quiet down here. I'll be in my little nook.
It's quiet down there. Nobody's coming through. The occasional person walking through. That's about it, though.
But now
Yeah.
no one's here, so I came back up.
Okay. Well, good for you, though, man. Listen, I'm really proud of you, man. Like you came in and you told me, listen, I'm going to be a real estate agent, right? And you're doing it, man. You're working hard every day to get there. So I appreciate your hustle. There's no doubt about it. Appreciate your hustle, man. Your friends and family be proud of you. What's up, Danica? What's up, Deles? How y'all doing today?
Hey Sean, I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, yeah, it was real dry, Deles.
What?
Hey, Sean, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm
Hey,
getting ready to go to
Sean.
the DR event. Yeah, you going? I
Hey,
guess not.
the DR Horton event? No, I'm not going, man.
Oh,
I got
okay.
tickets some things around the house, yeah. Plus, I wanted to spend some time with my family tonight, man, and make sure they get educated on down payment assistance and all that good stuff. So we're just gonna stay here tonight, man. What's up, Shelly down in Fayetteville? Let's go, Shelly.
Hello.
Hey, Shelly, how was your workout today?
Good.
Yeah. Okay.
hmm
All right. Congratulations. You got one of the contract I think I saw recently too, right?
Yes, I'm trying to get more. Look,
Yeah. Hey, get some more. Now, when are you planning on moving to Charlotte? I know you're coming soon.
I'm trying to do it by my birthday in June.
By June, right? Okay, yep. We had the same birthday month. What was your day again?
June 9th.
June 9th. Okay, okay. So you're Gemini, you two-faced it. Okay.
I no.
Sean, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Gemini's in the house.
Thank you. Yes, we are twins. We are twins.
Well,
Correct.
listen, I'm on the cusp. Okay, my birthday's June 21st. So I got that Gemini Cancer in me. So
Oh, cancer sense. Funny acting. Never mind.
hey, listen. You never know what you're gonna get. Okay,
Yeah,
look,
you don't. You don't.
I got multiple personalities inside. Okay, and
So do we.
yeah, I know. I keep the bad ones in check. I do. Look, Danica know about that. Man, oh man, man. Well, good to see you, Shelly.
You
Good to see you.
too.
No doubt about it. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. What's up? What's up, Anisha? What's going on today? You can unmute yourself. What you got going on over there? I couldn't hear you.
I said, hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you now, Anisha Sims. How you doing today, sis?
Oh my God, you're so funny. I'm great. How about yourself?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good, man. I really am, man. Like, how's work going? I see you got some more on the contract. You see you over there working. You told me you was gonna keep working, so I appreciate you.
You're
Kudos to you.
welcome.
Yeah, kudos to you, man.
That one I'm there for.
Say it again.
Okay. No, I'm at the nail salon. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Let me see here. Where's our guest, man? Let's see here. Copy. Let me make sure he got the right link. Let me see here. Terrence, where you at, big dog? I don't want to keep you guys on here all night tonight. I know some of you guys are tired. You hung out yesterday, Valentine's Day. There we go. Let's see what we got here. Who got something for Valentine's Day completely unexpected? Man, nobody?
Nope.
I said nope. Dang, man. Okay. I'm about to have a talk with y'all significant others, I guess. Goodness.
You know what that means, Sean? That means they're getting flower every day.
Oh,
Okay?
they get biggest Valentine's Day every day, huh?
That's right.
That's
That's
what you
right.
mean? Okay, I can go with that. I can go with that. I can
Sean,
go.
stay away from my house.
Who's that? Danny, Danny, where are you, Danny? I don't see. Oh, there you are. No, Danny, I'm coming to your house today, homie. I'm coming today and tell that lady, man. Shamika Hines, Kashina Little, welcome to the party, man. Lisa, welcome to the party, guys. How y'all doing today?
Good.
Good, Hines. Good.
Hey, we're doing good over here.
Hey, let's go, Fayetteville. Hey, all right. Let's go. Man, let's see here. Okay, we got 15 people, 16 people. Okay, they coming in. Where is my guy though? Let's find him. Let's see. Love it. Okay, let me see here. Call Terrence guest. Oh, he said waiting on somebody to let me in. Really? No, I'm in the waiting room, my bro. I don't see you. Did I sit on the right?
Enter the passcode because I had to do that.
Oh, you had to enter a passcode? Oh,
Yeah, it's 4 zeros.
hey, my bro.
You don't see me?
No,
You got
see you.
below me.
No.
Was this done? Was this done through Google Meet? That was the thing. The link I got was Google Meet.
Oh no. It's Zoom, my bro. You know what? I just sent you a text message just now too. With the
Okay.
with a link. Yeah. Somebody you may need a passcode 0000.
0000.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to that.
I got 17 people waiting on you. Let's get it.
There we go. Let's go.
Okay, my brother. Okay, bro. Okay. Oh, there you go. Here he comes, guys.
Who put these bags on the floor? Ray, take them bags up.
Come bags up, Ray Ray. What's up, Belinda?
Hey.
let me keep us so calm. Hey, now we heard you talking to Ray Ray back there. Get them bags up.
He's bad.
Oh man, listen, I'm excited, man. We still here, man. We still here. We got the illustrious, the one and only Mr. Terrence Yes in the house tonight, guys. Hey man, let's give it a round of applause for my bro, man. Listen, big things coming in 2024 for this guy. Happy to see you, my man. How you doing today?
I'm good, man. How are you doing? Everybody's good? I'm doing well. Look at you, man. I was hoping you
Hey,
were here with your new glasses you got. You know, that new machine you got. That's what I wanted to see.
man, you know what? I was gonna put it on tonight. How you know I got that?
We talked. You kidding, see?
Oh,
We
brother,
talked.
listen.
I was probably the first person to know you got one.
Bro, listen, man. Listen, it's out of sight, okay? Out of sight. I'm telling you, man. You know what? I could have actually put them on and did the Zoom call, but I wasn't sure if I'd be able to let people lean and control it that way. So I figured I'd just keep them off, man. But my man, listen, Apple is it, okay? I'm gonna tell you that right now. Yeah, Apple did the thing, man. So yes, man, we're very happy to have you, man. We may have some other stragglers pop in here too. I know
Cool.
it's late on Thursday night, man, but hey, these are folks that want to know about DPA and what you got to offer for them, man. Let's jump
Yeah.
on in, my brother. The floor is yours, guy.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, one, thank you for joining on Thursday. And like Sean said, you the real hard workers, right? Because some may be sitting at the bar, some may be at home doing nothing. But guess what? You still want to build your business and continue to push forward and help your clients. And that's what it really comes down to is helping the clients. So let's just talk about the down payment assistance programs. And I'm going to start North Carolina, South Carolina, and then I'm gonna talk about at the government, state level. I'm gonna talk about the city level, and then I'll come into internally with regards to Atlantic Bank. Is that fair? So
Can I,
let's
can I
talk.
raise can I raise my hand real quick?
Yes, sir.
I couldn't find it. So, man, you know what else too, my brother? We got a lot of like newer agents here too, right?
Okay.
And some of them may not even understand loan programs and just the basics, like
Yeah.
in some cases, right? I'm
Okay.
looking at one fresh face up there right now. I ain't gonna call no names, but she just smiled at me. So, so if time permits, you can listen. The floor is yours. You do it how you want to do it, but
Okay.
maybe touch on what you think is needed, man, for this fresh crop of folks. Man, we got a lot of new agents, man, that may not have done a deal yet, maybe not understand what that process looks like for them. So I'm done talking. Floor is yours, my bro.
I got you, man. If I can get hair like Elaney has, then we're gonna be all good. If we get hair like that, right? So let's and I appreciate you setting the stage. So let's back up, right? Ladies and gentlemen, down payment assistance is an added benefit to loan programs, right? Your client must be approved. Let's say that together. Your client must be approved for a loan program before you even get into down payment assistance. So let's talk about the loan programs, right? There's only 5 of them. Five loan programs. You got conventional, ladies and gentlemen. The conventional loan, if I'm a first time home buyer, the minimum down would be 3%. Conventional loan, minimum down 3%, right? Credit score, minimum credit score on a conventional loan is 620, right? But the thing that I want you to know about conventional is that it's a conventional way of doing things, right? You're talking about buyers who have, let's just be honest, you got good credit, you got some assets, you got money in the bank, and you make a decent income, right? That means your debt to income ratio is not lagging anywhere. So it's not so much from the credit score. Yes, the credit score is a big part of it, but conventional, they want to see 720, 780, 830 credit scores. They want to see 50, 100, $200,000 in the bank, right? Conventional wants to see that you got it going on. The next loan program you have is FHA. Nothing wrong with FHA. People snarl at it, right? Some of you will become great listing agents, and you'll be like, Sean, I ain't accepting no FHA offers. Stop it. You should always accept FHA. But FHA is, I would say, is just the redhead stepchild to conventional. When you think about FHA, think about your borrowers, not just first time home buyer, but think about folks who may have had some problem credit in the past. Think about your borrowers who have their DTIs exceed what conventional likes, right? Conventional really likes any DTI at 43%. Think about people that may be in the 50 or 55% DTI. That's where your FHA is going to come into place. Minimum credit score for an FHA loan is a 580 credit score. I see a lot of you post about that, right? 580 credit score. Come on. Everybody come get a loan. Slow down. 580 is the ticket to the dance, but of course, the higher the credit score, the better, right? But again, for FHA, you're thinking about someone with a 3.5% down payment, minimum credit score 580, but we want to see it higher. But again, FHA has all the same nuts and bolts, I's dotted, T's crossed that a conventional loan will have. The third loan program you think about is USDA. USDA is for more of my agricultural loans, right? It's more for people living out on the outskirts of North and South Carolina, Georgia, wherever. Think about if you got a Walmart next door, you're probably not going to USDA. USDA is 100% financing. A lot of folks gravitate to that loan because they don't have to worry about down payment. USDA credit score, we're thinking about a 620 credit score. But the one thing USDA is big on, if I was jotting it down, would be they're big on their debt to income ratios. They want those ratios, ladies and gentlemen. They want them low. Think about 28% on the front end ratio, which is your housing ratio. Think about no more than 43, 41% on the back end ratio. Again, the better the file looks, the better, right? If you got some reserves, borrower got some good credit, they pay their bills on time, USDA could be a very, very good option for them. So I gave you 3 of them. Here's the next 2. The next one is VA. Shouts out to all my veterans. People like Sean Gerald, right? You got 100% financing with a VA loan. VA loan, you know what? You can do 100%. You can do 100% up to $1 million on a VA loan. Did you guys know that? Yeah. I mean, DTI would be crazy out the yin yang for some. But yeah, VA don't care about loan amounts. They go as high as the veteran can afford.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. VA is VA. VA runs it, right? Your lender's not really running it. It's the veteran association that's going to approve the loan at the end of the day. But as long as it's an approval, AUS approval, we rock and roll with it. But VA is another one, 100% financing. Ladies and gentlemen, you know this, right? On a VA loan, when you got your vets, if they got a co-borrower, that co-borrower must be their spouse. It cannot be a child. It can't be their kid living in the house with them, right? It can't be the girlfriend or boyfriend living in the house. I actually, I didn't officiate the wedding, but I was one of their, what do you call it? A guest or one of their witnesses, where I went to witness one of my borrowers or clients get married. And I'm like, well, you need one, I'll go. And yeah, it was fun. but yeah, if you got a spouse in there, you gotta be married. A lot of times people don't know that. But VA, minimum credit score 580. But more importantly, VA is super, super lenient when it comes to certain things. So if you get a veteran and you looking to work with them and looking to get them approved, again, don't give up on that veteran. Because we can make things happen with veterans from that standpoint. And then the last but not least, and this is the one that's going to get you guys all excited, the loan program, number 5 is jumbo loans. This is for loan amounts greater than $772,000. I know all of you are working towards those loans, but those are alive and well. Those loans don't get down payment assistance, as you know, because they don't need it, right? But again, for a jumbo loan, anything greater than $770,000, you're looking in that jumbo market. So those are the 5 loan programs. Now, one of the top topics, of course, is down payment assistance, right? A lot of folks are near and dear, and they're wanting to help our community. So let's talk about that. So for down payment assistance, let's start in North Carolina. North Carolina has something called North Carolina Housing, right? That's at the state level. Minimum credit score for this loan program is not a loan program, but for this down payment assistance, is 640. You got to have a 640 credit score for North Carolina Housing. Your max debt to income ratio for North Carolina Housing, ladies and gentlemen, is 45%. You cannot exceed 45.01, 46, nothing like that. It ain't getting approved, right? The other thing I think is cool about North Carolina Housing, guess what? They give you the interest rate. Yes, there's no haggle. Kind of like CarMax. You show up, you get the car, you ain't got to negotiate the car price because it is what it is. With North Carolina Housing, you're not negotiating the interest rate. If you want their money, you're going to take their rate. Right now, they have a couple of layered programs. They have one for a true first-time home buyer or someone who hasn't owned a house in the last 3 years. And as long as your income is within their constraints, you can get up to $15,000 in down payment assistance, right? That's great. Let's talk about the bogey that goes with it, though, right? North Carolina Housing, they say that you're gonna get the interest rate. The rate is 6.75%. There's no discount points. You can't buy the rate down. There's no temporary buy downs. There's none of that, right? This is basically back to the basics when you're thinking about down payment assistance, right? But the other part is that they say that we're going to give you the money, but you're going to keep the house for at least 15 years. Now, if you were to sell or refinance before that, not a problem. You just got to pay that money back, right? No big deal. And the way I explain to our buyers is that if you need the money, use it. Don't worry. We can't worry about everything, right? So let's not worry about, oh, well, I'm only going to be here for 5 years. Well, if you need this 15,000, let's use it today, and let's worry about 5 years from now, because we don't know where we're going to be sometimes 5 minutes from now. The other thing about North Carolina Housing, let's just say that program, let's say the person makes too much money, or they don't qualify, or they haven't done their taxes. There's a lot of things you gotta check the box in. Then they have the Advantage program. We can look at the Advantage program. The question is, or the thing I want you to understand, just as a realtor, is make sure that you're partnering with a lender that can take care of this stuff for you. You got enough to worry about. You're juggling a lot of balls in the air. You're trying to keep your borrowers, top of mind. You're trying to keep them, looking at houses. You're trying to do your open houses. You're trying to continue to seek as many clients as possible. So again, you have to ensure my personal to say that you're talking to a lender that know what they know what they're giving you, right? They know what they need to be offering, because if you're not, then it's going to be tough. Also in North Carolina, so that's North Carolina Housing at the state level. Let's talk about Dream Key Partners. Dream Key, they're formerly known as House Charlotte. How many people like House Charlotte? They love those loans, right? You heard of them. And so, right. So let's talk about it. House Charlotte Dream Key Partners, ladies and gentlemen, that is a needs basis program. Let's say it again. Needs basis program. It's not a program I would say is for everybody. It's not. I see a lot of ladies out here. I know we got some guys too, but ladies, you're not dating any guy just to be dating them, right? Or hopefully you're not. Hopefully you're dating them, or whatever your partner is whatever, because you want to, not that you have to. And so when I think about House Charlotte, there are a lot of stipulations when it comes to House Charlotte. One big thing is income, and they are concerned with household income. They want to know about that 17-year-old who is still in high school but got a part-time job. They want to know about the 21-year-old or 22-year-old who just graduated college and just living at home trying to keep themselves on their feet, but they got a job and they want to know about their income. They may not be living there too long, right? So think about that part. Household income is huge with all down payment assistance, but especially House Charlotte. Okay? On House Charlotte, the big thing they're going to look at, they want home inspections done on every house. So I know you offer them, you tell your client, we're going to get a home inspection. Well, when we talk about House Charlotte, home inspections, they're going to do them themselves. And in fact, guess what? There's two ways you can do it, and Sean knows it well, but you can hire your own home inspector, right? And have your client pay for it. Or you can let House Charlotte do the home inspection and they'll do it for free. But that home inspector has to be licensed and signed up with House Charlotte, because they got their own rules they're going to play with. Let me just give you guys a little bit of free game. If the house is brand new, it's best for everybody, because you can get the CO, home inspection is going to be clean, and you're rocking and rolling. If that house was built in 1985, and I know people, you guys know them, they got the investors out here that put lipstick on pigs, or they do a little bit to make the house a little bit better, right? But it's affordable because that's what our client can afford. Then, we're going to have some problems with the house. Ask my good friend, Miss Portia McMillan. She just went through one, right? Ask Portia. She'll tell you all about it. The house Charlotte's going to run you, because they want to make sure that house, if the light bulb is crooked, they want that light bulb fixed. If the home, if you turn the faucet on and the water don't come on, and I'm making this up, if the water don't come on in 3 seconds, they got a problem. Like, they look for things to be right, what's wrong with the house. But this is the thing, right? Let's think about this. But when you're doing these down payment assistance programs, especially like a House Charlotte, that's for a buyer who probably can't afford to, if something were to go wrong. They can afford their house payment, right? But they can't afford if the HVAC system go out. They can't afford if the hot water tank starts to leak. So I would say this, and this is for lifestyle, because of the lifestyle thing. If you're doing House Charlotte Dream Key Partners, make sure that your client is getting a home inspection. If they can't afford a home inspection, I'm going to ask that you pay for it. If you can't pay for it, I'm going to say that you go talk to Sean and make sure it gets paid for. And the reason is, and I'm being honest, because because I'm getting loans right now, my right hand up. I'm getting clients to call me right now where they can't afford because hot water tank started to leak. And now they don't have no home inspection. They don't have a home warranty. They may have had one when they closed, but they didn't have the money to keep up on it. So guess what? They calling us saying, "Well, I can't pay my mortgage. I need to get this hot water tank fixed." Guess what I'm telling them? What we gonna do? Gotta pay your mortgage. Your credit's gonna get affected. So just be, again, it's not to scare you, it's not to turn you off. Jada, I appreciate you. I'm looking at your eyes and I see them going up and big, and you're like, wow. But real talk, just know the program. Your lender partner needs to know the loan program. I'll tell you one even better. I'll make sure that the home inspection is at least paid for the first year. We'll finance it. We'll figure it out. But we got to make sure that our folks are taken care of and make sure that they know what they're doing. Does that make sense? And if anybody has any questions, by all means, please come off mute and jump right in, because we're going to talk, but I'm not going to keep you guys long at all. And that's what House Charlotte looks like. House Charlotte, guess what, Donika? You know about them. They only cut checks one day a week. So again, if you're going under contract with a borrower, Yari, that's getting down payment assistance with House Charlotte, check this out. It's not going to be a 21-day, 30-day close. No. You should minimally be writing that up for 45 days. Minimally. If we're doing North Carolina housing, yes, Terrence can do it in 30 days or less. I can do it. They're cool. I underwrite for them. Good. House Charlotte, they want to see the package. As soon as you submit the package, they're telling you that they're on a 72-hour turnaround. Who's on a 72-hour turnaround? But that's what they do, right? Because they got a lot of clients. So again, I'm not deterring it. We're not deterring it. We're just saying that we got to know what we're doing, Shamika, when we go ahead and submit it, right, Paul? So those are the things that are happening when you're talking about a House Charlotte.
I do have a question, and
Yes,
I just jumped in because I was trying to deal with a problem. In terms of, hi Terrence, by the way.
Hey, Gary, how you been?
Good. So I'm dealing with a House Charlotte deal right now. Why? So we were at a standstill because of HOA meeting minutes. I never heard of such a thing.
Okay.
Why in the world? Because they already have the condo review information. Why is that like a sticking point?
I think you just said because of the condo. So they're probably wanting to see to make sure that there's enough reserves coming up in this coming year for 24, that in the event that is enough reserves in the condo for the condo to get anything fixed out there, they don't want the condo to go bankrupt. So if there's anything that's not in the minutes that's saying that the condo is good and all of this stuff, that could be an issue from there. So again, condos, townhomes, the deeper you go with more third parties with House Charlotte, it can get real sticky from that standpoint.
But the HOA people are refusing to turn over the minutes. Like they're saying absolutely not. So yeah. They're saying that they don't want a bank knowing that type of information, that it's their personal information and they shouldn't have to give it to them.
They're not a bank. And the
Well, y'all are banks.
Well, the lender is.
The information is being requested by the lender. So they're looking at it like, we don't want the bank having that information. They have said no, they're not doing it.
So on condos, what happens is we have a condo questionnaire that gets filled out, right? We go to every condo, right? I'm assuming this is FHA. Is that correct? No, it's conventional. So if it's a conventional loan, why are they just need a condo questionnaire filled out and they putting how much down? What's your LTV? Do you know? Okay.
I guess no. I don't know. It's they're literally getting $95,000, so I guess the LTV is nothing.
You got me stuck with that one. I would be talking to the lender and saying, okay, write this down. Say, this is a condo, but you guys have to get a condo questionnaire complete. The condo questionnaire costs $300. The lender's paying for it. And so within the condo questionnaire, because basically on the condo, I'm assuming that with this being under 10%, 10% LTV, but like you said, they get $95,000. I don't know, that's kind of sticky. I'll be honest with you. Who's the lender?
Dwight Crawford.
Dwight over at Regions Bank.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That was our first mistake right there, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. You might want to. So you may want to have that revisited. Just to make sure, and again, make sure that you're being told everything. Again, a lot of lenders jump right yard. You're not interested in it. You like, look, I did my job. I did everything I need to do. I dotted my I's, crossed my T's. Y'all handle your part. What I would ask the White to do is in an email, be very specific on what is he not getting from the HOA so that you can then attempt to try to go about it a different way. That's what I would say do. And I would copy Sean Gerald on that email that you sent over to the White so that it's like, hey, my BIC is looking at this, everybody's looking at this. Well, what is it that you need? And then we'll go about it a different way. And once you get that email, call me, and then I'll walk you through it as much as I can. Is that cool?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Because there's something missing. And so he is missing. So, and if it's a conventional loan, there's some things that's not needed as a conventional loan. But Regions may be requiring some things that maybe another lender wouldn't require. Because everything's coming back to the underwriter in their DU license. But to your point, they're getting $95,000. What's the purchase price?
$245.
Okay, so we down to like a 150 loan amount.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we need to look at that. What are y'all doing? CPOP too?
Yep. And some other one, Carolina Housing or something like that.
Carolina Housing.
House Charlotte is the difficult one. Everybody else is fine. House Charlotte want to be the difficult one.
Right. So, and yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. If you, I got some friends over at House Charlotte. So, I mean, if you know the underwriter you're working with. Okay. Yeah. Do me a favor. You got my email. Email me the client's name, and then I'll reach out to House Charlotte. There's only 2 underwriters. I'll reach out to them and ask them, what are you guys missing on this file? Is it something I can help with?
Yeah, I'll keep Sean in the loop because he's also involved.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, cool. So guys, again, you guys have heard from Yari. Down payment assistance is no joke. You can get the loans, you can do the funds for the borrower, you can do all these things, but those are difficult. So you're going to have to be ready to roll up your sleeves and get dirty. It's not one of those loans where you just babysit and drop off and things of that sort. I'm not deterring you from doing it. I applaud you, Yari, for standing in the gap for your client. But those are difficult loans. Those are difficult conversations, and a lot of times you gotta be able to go through the back door sometimes, so to speak. Let's talk about Gastonia. Gastonia has down payment assistance. They offer up to I think it's like $5,000. Ladies and gentlemen, Gastonia only gives down payment assistance for Gaston residents. You currently have to be a resident in Gastonia, purchasing in Gastonia, right? $5,000. Another good one, you got City of Concord, Kannapolis. They're doing down payment assistance. They're very similar to House Charlotte. When I say similar, the numbers around $7,500 to $10,000 that you can get in down payment assistance. But it's a little bit easier. It's not as stringent on that home inspection. But you got down payment assistance with those as well. Again, the way I would frame up down payment assistance if I'm advertising it is that it's a need basis program. You should not, unless you just want to get leads and get all kinds of leads saying, you want 100,000 in down payment assistance, you're going to be over inundated with clients. Personally, I don't think you want. I'm just being honest. Okay. That's what North Carolina looks like. Again, I went to Gastonia, South Charlotte, Concord, Kannapolis. There's us together. Who else? Salisbury got a little bit of money up there. I think they had like $5,000. Again, for folks that are buying in Salisbury. Winston-Salem got stuff. City of Greensboro has stuff. City of Raleigh has stuff. So there's tons of programs out there, right? When you're talking about South Carolina at the state level has something called South Carolina Housing. They work very similar to North Carolina Housing, except they're not giving as much money. They're doing about 8,000 versus 15,000 when it comes to it. But the program is super simple. You plug the numbers in from a lender standpoint, and you just make it happen. City of Rock Hill has some down payment assistance that I've heard of down there. So again, the programs are out there, right? But more importantly, just to remember, Fayetteville LR, I'll let you tell me about that one. But no, I think the city of Fayetteville got something out there. You got a lot of vets out there. Y'all don't need it. Y'all got 100% financing. You good. Or go USDA, right? But one thing I would definitely say to it is that you gotta, again, keep your clients focused on your loan program. What can we get you approved at? And then we can talk about layering on down payment assistance. I would definitely, again, if I'm you, and I'll send it to you, Sean, so you can feel free to disseminate out to the team. You should have a client information sheet. Your client information sheet should be real talking about income. What are your assets? Where do you work? When do you look to buy a house? How much money do you have saved? Some agents don't feel comfortable asking those questions. Ladies and gentlemen, Sean gave me the floor, so I'm going to say this. You should be very comfortable asking those questions. In fact, ask him. He asked those questions. So again, you may not be asking them for a bank statement unless you're buying the house cash, right? Because you want to make sure that they got the assets. But you're asking those questions, you're doing those things just because you ain't got time to do what? You ain't got time to waste. Nobody wants to waste time. So that's what you want to do, Curtis. Thank you for joining. Kia, thank you for joining. LR, I see you scratching your head now. You're good. But that's what we can do from that standpoint. But let's open up the floor for questions because I think there's a ton of them. Oh, wait a minute. Last thing I'm going to say. Internally, I got my own down payment assistance program, but I don't call it down payment assistance. I call it 100% financing. I call it financing your down payment. But yes, here in Atlantic Bay, we have something that's called a buyer boost program. It's 100% financing. And guess what we do it? We do it on all FHA loans. So on every FHA loan, we're doing 100% financing. What is it for the borrower? They're going to have a second mortgage. So if they need 3.5% down payment, I'll finance it in their loan. They'll pay like $110 for the next 10 years, add it to their payment, and we can rock and roll with it. As long as I have an AUS approval, I'm going to approve it. We can go up to 56% DTI. I did one on a lady that was buying a house for $450,000. She had her closing costs, but she didn't have a down payment. So we financed the down payment. You get what I'm saying? So we can do that. I can do it. I can actually give them a little bit more, and I'll do it up to 5%. So if they need a little bit of a lender, they need a little bit more of down payment and a little bit of closing costs, I'll do it up to 5%, and we can do that. So we can do 100% financing on an FHA loan. Did you guys know that the loan amount, max loan amount on FHA right now is $498,257? $498,257. So that means, let's think about this, right? Let's think about somebody wanting to buy a house for $525,000, and they can't go conventional because their credit score or their assets or whatever isn't like that. They can go FHA on 525. You just gotta have the money. Right? But we can do buyer boosts and get them up there. Now it's gonna be a lot, right? Your payment's gonna be your payment, but you can make it make sense. Again, all I say is let's just get the people in the door. Let's have the conversations. Let's get shoulder to shoulder, belly to belly. Last week we did right in your office. I don't know if you came in on Monday and if you smelled some chicken and waffles, but we had a great turnout. We had over 15 new buyers, right? We did 15 new buyers. You got an agent, your peer in the office, Shanisha, along with Charmaine and Shanisha's mom. What's her name?
Yeah.
P. Daphne, excuse me.
Yep.
I was calling Paulette. Sorry, Daphne. But we had a phenomenal event right there in your space. Right there in your space. We did a vision board party, right? And it was on a Saturday. Y'all work on Saturday? I was there, right? From 11 to 1. Had a great time. And we went over their questions. We talked about, some of the same loan programs. So it's available, it's out there. But, let's just bound up and see exactly what's going to happen. Because I'll do the same thing with you guys anytime. What question's out there? I know Celeste got a question. Or did she leave already? She may have left.
Now, Terrence, why I gotta have a question?
Because my people. My
question is not about down payment assistance at all. I was more going to say, can you talk a little bit about interest rates and what's going on with those?
Yeah. So what are rates doing? It's like a merry-go-round. It's like look at you. I have some of those in my car. Parables are the best. So what's up with down payment? What's up with credit? What's up with that? One thing I want you guys to do me a favor. Right? It's going to just give me this quick. So what are we doing? The government, guys, and this is just real talk. The government, and thank you, Sean, for stopping recording because I'm not going to record on it. So what the government's doing, right, is for the last, now don't say COVID, right? Let's say since 2017, the government has had pretty good rates out there, right? We were around 5. When I bought my last house in 2018, I'm at 4.25, right? That's a decent rate. And then y'all knew what COVID happened. You got people at 1, 2, 3% rate. The government gave out all this money, right, in rates. They gave out stimulus. They gave out all this money. Celeste, when you give out money, what you want? What you want when you give out money? At some point.
Want it back.
I want it back.
I want more back. I want more back.
I want it back. That's what the government is saying right now. Have y'all noticed? Y'all go look and see the gas prices just went. That's it. Gas prices are up.
Gas, grocery, what else?
Now it's at 309. That's on 87. So they're playing this game, right? They're playing the shell game because the election's here and all that kind of stuff. But to answer your question, rates are literally, y'all seen me do this before. It's a freaking roller coaster. It's a roller coaster. And so what we need our buyers to understand is, can you afford the payment? I don't want to hear you guys say no more, marry the house, date the rate. No, that don't even make sense. What is your monthly payment? What can you afford? Can you afford this for the next 18 to 24 months before you're able to refinance? If you can afford it, great. Let's rock and roll. If you can't, then let's talk to your lender about a buy down. Here at Atlantic Bay, we're doing temporary buy downs. I'll do a 1-year temporary buy down and pay for it myself. So I'll do a 1 year. But can you afford it? If I'm doing you 1 year, can you afford the rate at 7%? Because that's what you got to be able to afford it at, right? So I'll do the 1 year. Maybe you can afford to do a year. I'm not talking about you, the agent. Well, you could if you wanted to, but I'm talking about the client, right? But if the client is waiting for 4% interest rates, Mr. Les, they're going to be waiting for a whole long time. I think that you'll see more softening of interest rates towards the closer we get to the end of the year with the election. I think the fourth quarter will be the time that things get more soft. I think we'll get closer to 6% around here. I think 2025 will be in the 5% range. I truly believe that. I think this year right here, I think we're going to have to tough it out a little bit more.
Okay. All right, thank you. Thank you.
Your hair looks pretty too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
One thing I want to add to the conversation myself as well, man. I did a lot of down payment assistance in my first year in real estate, and I can remember having these conversations with Terrence, way back when, about down payment assistance and agents, trying to get people to get loans approved at 580 credit scores. Back then I didn't understand it because I was hungry, I was thirsty, I needed to pay my bills, I needed some transactions. But the more that I've done deals like that with people that are just really kind of struggling their way through the credit process, right? You find they don't have a lot of money. You find that they may not end up with the closing costs, so you're giving up your commission in some cases, right? I've done a lot of different things to get deals across the finish line. I've done a lot of different things. So, I think, even Terrence actually said to me one day, man, listen, I would say there's one thing about Terrence, man. Terrence does not hold any punches. And I love that about him. He's going to shoot it straight with you. He's going to shoot it straight with your clients. If you got a difficult client that you can't handle, Terrence Guest can handle it. Okay, like he can. I've had him, set some of my clients straight real quick for me, and get them back in line on the right path, man. So he's not going to waste his time. So you've got to do your upfront work to make sure, man, that you've got somebody solid. You center this guy. Terrence is a super veteran in the mortgage industry and very, very, very knowledgeable. So we can help you walk through these processes very easily, but you got to make sure that you're prepared and your buyer's prepared. So speaking about pushing and doing videos towards down payment assistance, I used to do that back in the day. And I used to come home and ask myself, man, how come I'm only getting clients that can get approved with $230,000? Well, Terrence said to me one day, well, my man, yeah, that's what you're marketing to. You marketing to people, yeah, you're marketing to people that want down payment assistance. So like maybe you should stop doing that. And initially I was like, nah, I'm gonna keep doing that because they keep coming, right? But the more I realized how much more I was working than the agents that weren't pushing that, right? I started really shooting my content, things like that, geared towards people, that could afford bigger, better homes. And all of a sudden, those people started coming to me. I haven't done down payment assistance deal in a very, very long time. But that again, I don't promote to them. Now, if somebody comes and says, "Hey, I need help," then yeah, you know what? Great. I got some programs for you. That's good. Let's get your program. But it's not something I'm going to go out there and say, "Hey, I work with down payment assistance program. I want to work with people that are income challenged. Like I want you to come over here, man, and just take up all my time, my whole day, okay? And then maybe you might be able to buy a home in 2 years, okay? So I'm not saying that you don't want to help people. I love to serve, but I also love to serve my family, and make sure that they get what they need, okay? So think about that as you move forward. Going out and promoting it is one thing, letting people that ask you or people that come to you and say, hey, you know what? I got good credit, but I don't have any money. Then you start talking about down payment assistance programs, right? You don't let them go, but just, I wouldn't necessarily go out and promote it per se. Some of you may push back on that. I'd love to hear it.
No, very, very well said, Sean. And again, the icing on the cake really with the guys is guess what? You don't have to necessarily promote it because they're going to come. They're going to come regardless. All right. And it's not, again, helping everyone. Danica Ponder is she's not DP. Tell them, you know how to close loans. You close loans. And you close loans on from North Carolina to South Carolina. You close loans at $250 purchase price. You close them all the way up to $675,000 purchase price. So again, just I hear you guys, y'all do it well. I had lunch today, industry, with your peers, both Love Ford and Des Juro today. We had lunch and I said, lady, tell me what you think about. I said, tell me about lifestyle. Like I see it. Tell me what it is. And they was like, it's still the atmosphere. Y'all have a chat that all y'all are on, and somebody can say, hey, my kid got sick at school. I can't do this showing. Can somebody do it for me? And y'all got a chat that'll blow up, and people are like, I'll take it for you. So that's a family atmosphere right there. That's good energy. So I mean, you got to keep pressing on with it. It's a market out here. It's Charlotte. It's Concord. It's Huntersville. North Carolina is very big. So don't forget also that your license does not say Charlotte, North Carolina, Central Avenue. Your license in North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Georgia, wherever. Your state's big. So, I mean, I encourage you to get out here. The builders, they're good. Anybody know why the builders aren't bringing their prices down? Anybody know why?
I can't really know.
What you do, Vicky?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I should have been on mute. Sorry.
Oh, no, I thought you were going to say something. You can answer for us, Vicky.
I don't have the answer. I'm listening. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I'm glad you're here. But the reason why, guys, is because they don't want to tank the market. All right, you got all these folks that bought homes at these high price points and bought them at there. They would kill a neighborhood. Could you imagine D.R. Horton is selling houses at 450 and all of a sudden drop prices to 400? Could you imagine what those people in that neighborhood is going to do to D.R. Horton? So what can they do? They're offering the incentives. That's why they're offering incentive at 499, 599. And I'm not knocking it, right? Do what you got to do to keep the price point, to keep the people coming. Keep offering those incentives. But you and I know not every client can get approved with DHI, right, Danny? Not everybody can get approved. So what can we do to get them approved and get them into the home? What can we do to make them better? And so that's where the lender resource, your lender partner, should be coming in at. We know that DHI, what they're going to do. We know what, True and some of their 6 lenders are going to do. We already know. We know what Academy Homes, Academy Funding, Taylor Morrison, we know what those guys are going to do. But we got to give our other folks just some resources and a leg up. It's not just, it's just not a hard no. Let's have that conversation and see exactly what we can do. Anybody got any other questions? Lissa, Bianca, Krishina, what's happening? I'm here. Hey.
I'm good over here. Plus, my kids are super loud. I just needed to get the information so I can go out there and be able to help people.
No, that's what's up, Christina. But no, it's all good. It's okay. They loud. They're supposed to be loud. They all good.
They quiet now because they trying to listen in.
That's perfect. Perfect. Well, I appreciate you guys. I'll come and join anytime and be on the lookout. Just yesterday, I stopped by Fort Mill. I saw Sir. I got a chance to meet a new agent. I want to say it's Amber Neva, maybe? I don't know. I don't mess her name up. But anyway, I met Amber. She was pretty cool and all that good stuff. So, lifestyle, man. You guys are doing big things. Proud of all of you. And just continue to lean on it, man. I mean, again, Sean Gerald, Charlotte's own. But proud of the brother, man. He's grown a whole lot. He's likable. He get out. I mean, again, Sean is known about. He's going to hit you with a conversation at 6:59 a.m. Talking about his walk around, right? And people join in and they listen to it. So carve out your little niche, man. What makes most sense? If you're a good cook, bring out that hamburger helper that you make, right? That make it make sense. If you got kids and you read bedtime stories to them, talk about the stories you read to them and let people know a little bit more about you. I mean, in this whole social age, people want to know who you are. They want to know what you're doing. They necessarily don't want to know what you're wearing all the time, but they want to know what you're doing and carve it out. Why not carve it out, right? You can make things happen. So let's go from there. LR, what you got to say? You got something to say? Your mic ain't working? I'm sorry, LR. Oh.
I was gonna ask something.
Y'all see this hair right there? That's beautiful hair. That's beautiful right there, Eleni.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, we heard about the drug dealers that they have to report. I mean, the average gotta get their money too, right? So people with cash, right? If they don't have no, nothing to prove, no check stub and none of that. What was that? There was a program, another lender. I heard about it, but I forgot what it was. What was the program's called? Was that?
Was it a bank statement program?
No, I'm saying, yeah, they do have bank statement. They got cash, but they don't have, check stuff to show you like a job. You know what I mean?
So that means they gotta have something to show, right? Maybe they can they do something with regards to, I'm trying to think about, right? So if I don't have to pay something like that, that means I'm self-employed, right? Self-employed, then I gotta be able to show that I've been in business. I got a business out there, but I've been in business for at least 2 years. So let's have real talk, right? It's not being recorded. If I'm just a cash dude and I'm just receiving cash and all that, then I need to find me a straw buyer. So I need to find, when I say a straw buyer, I need to find somebody that can just buy the house and just go about it that way. Or you're going to go to the non-conforming market. Non-conforming, they're not going to get no documents. They don't want nothing. And your interest rate's going to be 15%. That's where that would go. That wouldn't be me. That would be the non-conforming. Okay. And yes, I remember you, Danny. I see you out there, brother. It was good speaking with you as well. What you got, Bianca? Your hand's raised.
Okay. So I had someone mention type of loan today that I had heard about for the first time. Is it DS? Let me see.
DSCR?
Yes.
Yeah, DSCR. So that's an investor loan. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So with DSCR is that they're not big on, they're going to look at it, right? They're going to look at they're going to look at my income, how much money I make, whatever. Their sole purpose is on an investment. They want to know what the return is. So they're big on how much can we rent this house out for, and then how much is going to be your loan for. So DSCR, I dabble with them. I can do them all day, but that's for your investor. The thing about your investor that's got a rental property or an apartment building or something like that. That's what DSCR is big for.
Are they easier to get than a
Yeah.
regular conventional loan?
So no, yeah. So again, right? DSCR, but you gonna play in that space? We're not talking about a 7% interest rate. Talking about more like 9, 10, maybe 11. Again, think about it this way, right? The less information you have to provide because you got to be creative, then they're going to tax you on your payment. They're going to tax you on your rate. Does that make sense?
Yep. The more risk, the more interest.
It gets you the more risk. Yes, the more risk. The more risk, that's where you get taxed at. Shouts out to my sister Latoya Dillard. It's happening. I see all y'all out there. They were eating good last night, y'all. Shout out to Mr. Dillard. But yeah, that's my old roommate. Look how that goes, man. Did y'all know? You know that, Sean? I went to school with Latoya's husband. We were roommates at Johnson C. Smith University. Did y'all fix LR's mic yet?
Can you hear me now?
Here you go.
Yeah, that was a user error. My bad. So I had a question, and it may be a very complex question, but we have different buyers, right? And sometimes a buyer could benefit from several different lenders based off of their overlays, right? So when it comes to us not understanding which lender has less overlays than the other, is there something that you can give us like pointers that we can look for when it comes to different lenders? Like, is it certain certifications, or the bigger the bank, the more overlays, the smaller the bank, like just things like that?
Yeah, so LR, and I love you. You my little sister. I wouldn't want you to even be concerned about overlays, all right? Because overlays shouldn't be something that the lender is pressing at you on or telling you why he or she can't approve something. It ain't got nothing to do with the overlay. It's all about the upfront underwriting of you reviewing the file, right? So if you're talking to somebody, and I'll be honest with you, right? Can I be honest for a second? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not taking 580 credit scores. I'm not. Well, if somebody comes to me with a 580, I'm trying to re-engineer how I can get them to at least a 600. Because at a 580, anything can go wrong. All of a sudden, we had a 580, and now we had a 560. So when your borrower comes to me and they fill out the application, and they're at a 580 credit score, my first initial, if I see it, I'm trying to work with them to see, okay, hey, guess what? Let's do this to get at least a 600 or a 640, or whatever the case may be, right? Let's talk about lates. If you're late on your bills, you're late paying your installment debts, you missed your credit card payment. Well, let's talk about that right now for a second. Because if you're late paying those things, you're going to be late doing what? You're going to be late paying your mortgage. And banks right now, LR, to your point, they are strictly stingy right now because of all the risk out there. So I'll tell you, things have tightened up dramatically. So not that you got to walk on water to get a loan, but it's very hard to get a loan right now. So when you think about a borrower, right? Think about this. You work, great. You work for somebody, great. How long have you been on a job? You only been there a year, great. Do you have a job that you worked beforehand? Great. You have. You've been there 2 years, great. Whatever. So we want to really sit down with the whole loan application. If there's anything that I can't do or it won't do, I'll be honest and tell them, hey, I need you to be on that job 3 more months. So I need you to get that extra pay stub, after whatever. Like I'll give you an example. I got a guy right now moving down from New York, and he's buying a house. He's under contract right now. But I told him, I said, guess what? I can't do your loan right now as it is because you don't have a job here in North Carolina. Your job is in New York, and you can't work. You work construction, so you can't work remote. So what did he do? He came down here a weekend. He stayed on Monday and Tuesday, and he got a job. He got me an offer letter. He starts his new job on March 18th. Guess what? We're closing a loan on March 29th. He'll have at least one pay stub with his new job. But I took his offer letter, and what did we do? We gave him an approval based off his offer letter. So there's loans to be done. We're all looking to do loans. We just want to do loans that make sense. But when it comes to the overlays, I'll tell you, I don't have a whole lot of overlays. The only overlays that are available are when you shopping things out to, for down payment assistance. That's where the overlays come in at. A ton of them.
So what I'm getting from this is as long as that lender is running your client's gets filed through underwriter before even giving a pre-approval, then we should be safe.
Correct. And write this down, right? Too, because I'll argue a great point. When your folks ain't got no money, you tell them you want underwriting first. And when I say no money, I'm gonna say this: if anybody got under $20,000 right now, we're going to underwriting. I just lost it. You just went out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, that's almost all my clients.
Yeah, but let's go through underwriting first, right? We're I'm engaging with you. I'm doing all that, but if we gotta do down payment assistance, we're gonna go through underwriting first because I don't want to ruin my name, career suicide, or going under contract. The contract means nothing if we can't close it. Funny story last week, LR, because you still talking to you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Now, I have one question, and I think this is going to be beneficial for everyone. Can you please explain this myth of lenders or people telling folks once they get their credit once, they have 30 days to get it ran as many times as they want? That is not true at all. My client did that and literally lost like 40 points by going to I think it was 5 different lenders within a 2-week time frame.
Gotcha. So what the rule is 14 days. It ain't business days, and it's 14 days. So to LR's point, guys, when you have your client and you're saying, hey, I want you to talk to Terrence, I want you to talk to Bob and talk to Joseph, right? Or let's be diversified. I want you to talk to Terrence, talk to Amy, and talk to Larry, all good. But let's do this within a 14-day period. Right? It's not 30 days. LR is 1,000% right. It used to be 30 days back in 2010. But after they changed the rules and changed the laws and all that good stuff, it's only 14 days. It ain't even 14 business days, y'all. It's 14 days. So if you get your credit ran today on the 15th of February, you got to the 29th to have as many lenders pulled as you like from that standpoint. And it's going to be considered one hard pull. But guess what I do, LR? A great segment. We do soft credit pulls. I do soft credit pulls for people that's just trying to take a walk in the park. Let's just date a little bit. Let's just see if we even like each other. The reason I do a soft credit pool, because guess what? It only costs me $4. A hard pool costs me $29. That's on a single person. If I'm doing a couple, that's $8 versus $38 or something like that. So encourage your clients to get a soft credit pool done. Soft credit pools work. If there's somebody that you're talking to that you're trying to figure out, can I even get approved? Yeah, let's go talk to Terrence. He's gonna do a soft credit pool for you. Shameless plug.
One more question, I swear. Foreclosure. Can you talk about foreclosures? Like which chapters we can tell our clients that they can use if they had a foreclosure to buy a home?
Yeah. So foreclosure, right? You had a foreclosure 4 years ago, you can do a conventional loan. If you had a short sale 2 years ago, you can get an FHA done. How do I know that?
The discharge date, though, right?
There you go. Yes, Christina, it's the discharge date. That is correct. So it's off that discharge date. To your point, what does the discharge date say from that 4 years or 2 years ago? That's a very good point. Yes, ma'am. The other thing, let's talk about bankruptcy, right? Bankruptcy follow the same thing. What are those discharge dates?
Hey, Terrence, I got a question too. Can you touch on assumable loans? I've heard of them. I don't fully understand them.
Yeah, so assumable loan. So on everybody's closing disclosure when they close a loan, right? Whether it be a conventional loan, VA, USDA, or FHA. The most popular assumable loans is a VA loan. Assumable loan could be FHA, it could be conventional as well. But it all depends on the investor. But what happens on an assumable loan? Let's say Deleste bought a house and her loan is assumable. So Deleste may have a good feature in her home because she had a great house. She also got a good interest rate, right? Let's say the interest rate is at 3%, and Deleste is willing to sell her house, and she's also willing for that loan to be assumable. Well, if that loan's assumable, that person that once she goes to sell it, that new buyer that wants to assume her loan, they have to qualify with her current lender to be able to assume that loan, right? Y'all got it? So let's say Deleste bought a house for $300,000. 5 years later, she wants to sell it. Let's say Deleste owes $220,000 on that house. The lender says that at 3%. Yep, Terrence, you can assume the less's loan for $220,000. You ran your credit, you look good, all that good stuff, right? The problem, the less that's going to happen is, right, the less trying to sell that house for $700,000. She got to assume the loan 220.
Oh,
And Terrence got to
okay.
figure out how Terrence going to come up with that other $580,000 or
Right.
$480,000, excuse me, to make up the difference, to pay the less, run me my money.
Okay.
You got to think about it from that standpoint. That mortgage that the less had is in the first standing, right? Who's going to give a second mortgage for more than what the first is? Nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Or unless you got
Right.
cash, it works then too, right? It's a
Yeah,
little
that's
better.
happened to my client. He had cash, so he just paid the difference to where he just doesn't get.
The cash, yeah, the cash.
Mm-hmm.
Those work great, especially when the client, let's say you're doing the lesson is going to leave it to her daughter. It's better, right? Because you can keep the money in the family, or you can make it work that way. That's when they really work. Or to LR's point, that person got cash they running with.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Y'all got some great questions. I appreciate that, and we can do this anytime and do it once a month, once every 2 weeks, whatever. Let's make this as easy as possible. And y'all tell me when y'all gonna be in the office. I'll come walk through. I don't want to be all stuffy or they gotta be a presentation. We can have lunch, we can have coffee, we can have a smoothie. We can just make it make sense, right? And just get our questions answered. I think there's not. I'll be honest with you. I don't think there's enough knowledgeable lenders out there that have the answers. I think a lot of times people want to just say, "Oh, we do this, I can do that, I can do that, and do that." I'm honest with you, I can't do everything. I can't. And 20 years in a business, it allows me to be comfortable and vulnerable enough to tell you, guess what? I don't do everything, but I got an underwriter I can ask, right? I got investors that I can talk to. So we just got to find the right spot, for our buyers and get them where they're at. As a newer agent, if I'm new and I'm getting my footing under me, people won't come to you all day, right, Elaine? They come to you with these pre-approval letters. Well, y'all know nobody cares what's on a pre-approval letter. You should at least have them go to one lender, at least minimally, and say, hey, I know you got a pre-approval letter, I get it, but just so that we got options, let's talk to my guy or talk to my girl here. The credit union is famous for it. Credit union is going to be some funny, funky things. They're going to get some stuff done that I can't do. The credit union don't care about credit score. They care about their client and what the deposits of the client look like. So again, if I got somebody approved with the credit union, cool. You're good. We're going to go with the credit union. Just so that we all have peace of mind, call Atlantic Bay up. We'll get a pre-approval letter and then we're good. I'm not telling you to use them. I'm just saying that we just want to make sure that we're comparing apples to apples. We're not just throwing it out there.
Hey, my bro, before you go,
Yeah.
I know most of my agents here, man, don't know about Pop Homes.
Oh,
Drop it for them real quick, man, so that they know how to get access and all that stuff.
Yeah, so I just put in the chat. I just put my Pop Homes. I just put the website out there, guys. Cool thing about Pop Homes, they are. I'll tell you what, man. Sean, y'all see that beautiful wall behind him? That wall was created because all the loans he closed at Pop. He was Pop's #1 agent, killing the game. Pop started in 2019, and when I tell you Sean Gerald had every freaking house that Pop was selling in Charlotte, he damn near had every house selling in Charlotte and just closing. I was like, I started calling him. How did you get the list already? He had the list before I would get the list. But with Pop, man, Pop stands for Prince of Peace. They have homes all throughout North Carolina and South Carolina. They're in Charlotte. They're in the Triad area. They're in the Triangle. They're now in Greenville, North Carolina. They're in Lancaster, South Carolina, and they're now in in the Myrtle Beach, South Carolina area. Check this out, guys. You're talking about homes that are affordable for our buyers, right? Will you find a house in Valentine with Pop? No. Will you find a house off Central Avenue with Pop? No. It's just not happening. Will you find a house in the university area? Sure, right? They got a house right now that's on Circle Drive for $360,000. Y'all see, I talk about Porsche. She did a video that went viral. 300,000 people clicked on it, right? But you got people arguing, talking about, oh, it's a floodplain. Well, let me tell you, it's a flood zone. Well, let me tell you the stats on it. The house is not on a flood zone. It is a floodplain. The floodplain is at the back of the house, but we're talking about not immediately at the house, at the back of the house where you're going to have your grill. There's a creek back there, right? There's a creek that's in the woods. So yes, you would tell your kids, take your ass out to the woods. I'm gonna beat it, so don't go back there. But yes, there's a creek that does go up. The water has yet to come to the house, but you got to dispose those things. So that's what's happening out there. But it's a freaking 4 or 5 bedroom house, three bath. I mean, again, it's on Circle Drive. Guess what? Circle Drive. If you go down there, don't take your car when it's clean. Go out there because it's rocks. It ain't paved. He not going to pave it. There's a whole other builders out there. So if you buy the house and you give it to your neighbors and you all want to pave it later, y'all can pave it. I say all that to say you're going to find homes, unique homes on the outskirts or in Charlotte or in South Carolina or what have you, and it is the bomb. You got a house, LPV flooring,
Granite countertops.
What did it say it's showing?
Yeah, granite countertops.
Granite countertops.
Yeah.
Stainless steel finishes.
Yep.
It's a home. It's a better looking home than a lot of these existing homes that people be buying. Real talk. But
Yeah, Terrence, I was saying that home just appraised for 380. So you like if a buyer buys that home at 370, they're walking in with $10,000 in equity already.
Yeah. So it's out there. It's happening, right? No pull, no punches. The earnest money deposit when you work with a preferred lender is $7. Pop has 2 preferred lenders. I'm not hating on her because I love her to life. Her name is Heather Chillo over at
I'm hating.
Right?
Call Terrence. I'm hating. Call Terrence.
Call Terrence. He heard it from the horse's mouth. Call Terrence. The $7 earnest money deposit. If you try to show up without me, then your agent, your lender, your client has to pay $45.77. Right? The less will tell you that. It just makes sense, right? On that house that's out there right now, out there in Circle Drive, on some of their houses, they're offering up to 3% seller paid closing costs. But again, $7 earnest money deposit, ladies and gentlemen. $7? $7? Come on.
They're more than that at Chick-fil-A.
Tell me about it. And Jersey Mike's.
I'll say this too, man. I think people get the misconception that these homes are cheap. I even asked Scott myself back in 2020 or 2019, when I first started, selling with them, why was he selling these houses so cheap? Like I'm not asking flat out, what's wrong with these houses, Scott? Because at that time, this guy was giving you a 4-bedroom house, with 1,700 square feet for $230,000. When every other house in the city like that was 300 plus thousand. And Scott told me, Terrence told you the name POP, Prince of Peace. Scott looked me in my face and said, "Man, listen, I've made good money in my life. I used to be a custom home builder. I fell off a ladder, hurt my back. I was praying for my next step, and God told me it was time to give back. It was time for me to serve. So this is my way of giving back, man, to build these nice homes and give them away at an affordable price. This is what a man told me, and I did a video about it. The video went viral, and the next thing I know, I probably sold 20 plus pop homes in a very short time span. Calling Terrence, asking him how he beat me to the houses when he should have got the list before me. Anyway, but I mean, like I was rocking and rolling with those houses, man. Like, and I enjoyed every bit of it. But Scott's a good guy, so I just wanted to just throw that piece in there too, man. I know a lot of you guys serve and love the Lord, man, and so he's definitely a good guy to work with, man. If you decide that you want to go that way, man, and look for something affordable. $7 down. I mean, like, come on, man, it's easy peasy. You just got to work with Terrence to be able to get that $7 deposit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you guys are great, man, and you guys great questions. All of you guys will be successful. Just hang in there, man. Hang in there. Keep going. I have this little saying on my desk. You know what it says? It says, "Get through the day." And I read that a lot. But just get through the day. And help who you want to help. Help who wants to be helped. Not everybody want to be helped. So help who wants to be helped. Get through the day, and you guys will be phenomenal. What did I say? Making my entrance. I love it. I love it. Yeah, you got to have your motivational sayings up, because it's a dog eat dog world, and you're gonna be good at it. And again, think about this, right? Who's better to do this than you? Nobody. It's a lifestyle. I get excited. It's a lifestyle thing. I get excited, man. Y'all doing your thing, man. Keep going. Keep going.
Listen, can you share just so these people know, man? Like, I talk about the 3 foot rule, right? You've actually seen it in action before. Okay, was it difficult what I did? For those of you that don't know what the 3 foot rule is, it's something I just made up. I coined the 3 foot rule, but all it is basically is just talking to everybody that gets within 3 feet of me. If they're breathing and they're within 3 feet, and I can smell their breath, their cologne, whatever it is, that means they want to buy a daggone house because they that close to me, and I believe I'm magnetic. Okay, my bro, you witnessed it, right?
Witnessed it, right? And so Sean and I were leaving the closing, right? We were leaving the closing, and you guys excited at the closing, right? Everybody's excited, pumped. But Sean was already thinking about the next. So we're leaving the closing. It's he and I in the elevator, and the elevator stopped, and it put somebody else on. And the guy on there, me and Sean in I'm in mid talk with him, like, yeah, so what we about to do, and all that kind of stuff, man. Let's go hit this yak, and we talking, right? And he's like, hey, how you doing, sir? And I look, he's talking to the guy. He said, how are you doing? He said, let me ask you a question. How many homes do you own? And the guy looked at him. He's like, I own a house. He's like, well, okay, well, when you plan to buy the next house? Well, I got a few investment properties. I mean, this is what the guy was talking. He's like, all right, cool. He's like, and the guy said, I already got a realtor. And Sean's like, okay, no problem. He's like, but do you have a good limit? Let me introduce you to Terrence Guest. So if you don't have him on your team, you're losing out. I say all that to say is that he took that opportunity, one, to open his mouth and talk. So if you are doing this every day, I don't care if it's the lady at Waffle House, if it's the lady at Chick-fil-A, I don't care if it's at Food Lion, grocery, wherever, everybody should know who you are and what you do, period. Let me tell you a funny story about Waffle House, right? There's a lady, a waitress I met at Waffle House right there. I don't want to lie. I'm driving home. It's right there. Anyway, it's Waffle House, guys. And guess what? She said she wanted to buy a house. We talking. I'm getting my bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. I was like, well, sure, give me a call. She gives me a call. She fills out my application, all that good stuff. Guess what her credit score was? 804. Guess how much money she had saved up in the bank? Guess how much? If anybody gets the right number, I promise you, I'll send you $100 right now. I'll Venmo you. Real quick.
200.
Huh?
200K.
No.
20,000.
50,000.
No. Hurry up.
40,000.
40,000. No.
She ain't have no money. 100,000.
100,000. No.
0.
Not more than zero. A lot more than zero.
$1 million.
$1 million. No. Hey, y'all done?
75,000.
75,000.
650.
50. No.
500. $650.
No.
150.
400,000.
400,000. No. All right.
90.
I'll cut it off. Whoever was closest to the number, just call. You got my number, and my number is in the text. I'll see you $100 anyway. She had $94,000 saved in her savings.
Wow.
94,000.
I said 8. I said 100.
Somebody said 100. Somebody said 8.
Rashina said 8.
$8.
8,000.
She had 94,000.
Oh, okay.
I said 100,000.
All right, so I'll let y'all. Whoever called me the first, I'll send you $100 tonight, but $94,000. $94,000 in savings, right? Right. The point of the story is that we sometimes look at these covers, the outside covers, and we assume, right? Now, the cool thing I'll tell you, real talk, I can't do a loan for her. She wants to buy the house that she's currently living in, renting in. I cannot do that loan. Guess why I can't do that loan? Who am I sending this money to?
I think Miss Vicky.
Miss who?
And Miss Vicky? Miss Vicky? Yes, that's me. That's me. It's Vicky. Yes.
100,000?
I said 100, yeah.
All right, cool. Make sure you find my number in the thing and text me and say, hey, this is Vicky, and I'll send you Venmo or whatever. I'll send you something tonight.
I sure will.
Vicky, guess why I can't do a loan? The reason I can't do a loan is because she makes hourly wage. The hourly wage, they got her at like $5 an hour, right? Because she makes all these tips. But guess what, Vicky? She don't claim her tips or her taxes.
I was about to say taxes.
Why
Yeah.
on amended return?
She can go mend them for 2 years.
Yep.
Yeah, it can go up back too. Yeah. Yep.
the IRA, and the ESSA, right? And cool. I'll tell you, I'm down with all that, guys. But I'm kind of straight and narrow when it comes to certain things because I don't like putting people in crazy positions. I'm not the leader that's going to tell people, oh, well, go pay off these cars and go do all this kind of stuff and go buy a house. Like I'm thinking about what are the habits that you form to buy a house because when I leave you, I want you to be better than when I left you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm not saying we
Yo,
can't get in the house that way. I'm a hustler like you, but I want people to understand what that goes on and what takes on it. But she had $94,000. Guys, her monthly income when you do her hourly is only $800 a month.
mm.
So to your point, yeah, we can go back and that's good. Yeah, maybe go amend your taxes, but then she got to go back 2 years and claim that money, right? So those are things that we need to go back to. But 94 grand, we couldn't do nothing, but she only getting 800, and she had good credit. 804 credit score.
So
She was beating the system.
let me jump in here real quick, my bro. I'm going to make you the host, okay? Because it sounds like you still may have more questions.
Okay.
It's getting close to my bedtime.
I got you.
Okay, I think everybody know I go to bed a little early, so I'm gonna go up and eat real quick and try to slide my way into bed by 8:30 so I can be up at 4 in the morning.
There you go.
Yeah,
Give
but
a shout out tomorrow during your walk.
hey, let's get it, dog. And listen, I'm gonna say
Shout out
one. Oh, you know that's done. I'm gonna say one more thing too about judging the book by its cover. I'm glad you actually brought that up. I don't know if you know LaSharie Crockett yourself. She's a chef here in Charlotte. She does personal chef, private chefing. Man, so listen, I walked into the Panera Bread up at North Lake in 2019. Okay. And I felt really compelled to say something to her. Okay. Now, this was the cashier, so I assume, at Panera Bread. So
Right.
I'm standing there, man. I'm like, you know what? Why am I giving this lady my card? I'm judging this lady, don't even know her. Why am I giving this lady my card? She probably can't afford to buy a house. But you know what? Maybe she knows somebody else, right? I give her my card, bro. She looks at the card and says, man, I'm meeting with a real estate agent today. And I was like, you are? And she was like, yeah, we got a home to sell down the street. I was like, you got to be joking me, right? The real estate agent happened to be an agent in my office at Keller Williams. So I politely snatched that listing from her and went on and listed that house. And then, of course, developed a long-term relationship with LaSharie, sold her brother's homes, her cousin's homes, her uncle's homes, her parents' homes. But it came from me just opening my mouth, man, and saying something to that cashier. You never know who people know. Okay, you never know. When I was in network marketing, man, it wasn't about the person that you were meeting that day. Okay, it was about who they knew in their database. You want those people. Okay, so don't judge the book by its cover, man, because you never know who you're talking to, what situation they're in right now. Is it a part-time job they're working? You never know. Okay, I'm looking at a video a couple of days ago. My wife was watching the other day, and a freaking I can't think of his name, a professional basketball player in the Hall of Fame, okay, retired, very wealthy, freaking crossing guard in New York, okay, and they were asking him why. He was like, I'm bored. I have anything to do. So yeah, I just come out here and do the crossing guard job, right?
Right.
So you never know who you're coming across, guys. All right. So just keep that in mind, man. Closed mouths don't get fed. All right. Listen, T, I'm gonna turn this over to you, my bro. And I got to go eat and go to sleep.
That'll work. Ladies and gentlemen, what else you got for me? I can do this all night. I love real estate. I love what I do. Been doing it too long, but someone else you got for me.
Can I add something? Because you said something that was like real triggering for me.
Yeah.
So I'm a new agent.
Mhm.
For anybody that I don't know, you all, my background is in mortgage. Unlike Terrence, I don't have a lot of experience with all these different programs. But I hate when people say pay off a car loan to qualify. If you ever in that predicament where somebody is telling you that they got to pay off stuff to qualify, please make sure you know exactly what their DTI is prior to paying it off and verify that they are going to remove it and rerun, especially if it's conventional, rerun DU without that debt in there to make sure they still qualify, because that's the worst thing ever when a loan officer, underwriter, processor tells somebody to pay off a debt. They spend that money and then they still do not qualify once they've paid it off. You cannot get that money back.
Mm.
Preach. Preach.
Preach. Mm-hmm.
Preach. No, that's real. That's real because the thing about it, right? You're changing their life. We're changing lifestyles one person at a time. And then when you throw too much, you throw things at them, then it just becomes just kind of mundane, right? So again, you want to be sure. And that's just a computer. It's all about what we put into it, right? You put into it what you want to get out of it. So, like Christina said, you be like, all right, if this credit card or if you pay this card down to X balance, will your credit score be there? Did you guys know on credit rescores? I know y'all get people to say about this stuff. That stuff only lasts for about no more than 10 days. So if you had a credit score pulled today, and somebody says, "Oh, well, go pay this down, pay that down," and people are like, "Okay, I can do that, but it'll take me 30 days." All right, well, how about this? I want you to go pay it down. I'm gonna have to pull your credit after you've done it after 30 days. I can't do a credit rescore because if it's not done within the first 2 weeks, it ain't working. The likelihood of it to work won't work anymore.
Terrence,
Yes,
quick
ma'am.
question
Mhm.
about land buying, if you know about land. So somebody, VA, and would like to buy land, do they have to do the 20% deposit like only, or VA just only do residential
Yeah, no. So great question. So if
for
the person,
USDA?
yeah, if they're VA and they're wanting to buy land, if they are willing to do like they want to purchase land and build a house immediately, I have a VA construction loan that we can do where we can do it all together and be 100% financing. If
Okay.
they are VA and buying the land, and they're like, oh, well, Delaney, I'm gonna buy the land, but I'm not gonna build for another 6 months or 3 months or whatever, a year, then yes, you're gonna be putting 10% down.
So what about it's for agriculture? It's not, they're not gonna build the residential.
I'm sorry.
It's not gonna be residential.
Oh, if it's not
It's for,
residential, then yeah, you're paying 10% down,
okay, okay.
10%. You look for commercial lender.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, we have construction and perm products. Again, you have folks who are you out there looking for land for them, and they going to do an FHA construction and perm or VA construction and perm, a USDA construction and perm, or a conventional construction perm. We can do those. We can do those loans as well. It's not a loan product; it's a loan feature, right? Well, I do construction and perm products all day. It's funny, we talking and stuff. I'm thinking about Lionel Richie and the Commodores. This is the night shift.
Terrence, I have a question about the construction, the perm.
Yes.
What happens when you want to live on the property, right? So it's like a 203 or whatever, but it's beyond the limit. So you're like more in the 500, then what do you do?
A renovation loan. I mean, conventional renovation.
Okay. Is it very similar to the 203?
Yes. The conventional renovation the 203K was born after the conventional, right? Because you have people that didn't qualify for a conventional loan or conventional renovation product. So then that's when they came with the 203K because their debt to income ratios and things of that sort was more in line with FHA. That's all FHA's renovation loan is a 203K loan. Conventional renovation loan is just called a home style renovation loan. But if you're going over the limits for what FHA is going to require or allow, then you're going to do a conventional renovation.
Okay. And then is the only other strategy, so this particular house that I'm thinking of actually has like 2 living areas, or like, what would be considered 2 living areas, but it's right now it's a single family. Would you even try to rezone to try to use that FHA, or is that?
So are they going to try to break up the houses so it'd be 2 living quarters or two different separate parcels? So if they want to do that, then
Your daughter, like the mother lives on
it's
part of
like,
it.
yeah, it's going to be like yeah. So if they're able to split the parcels, then they can be able
No,
to do.
part Oh, it's a house.
Right, it's a house, that's what I'm saying, but right, but if it's a house and you're trying to separate it to be two houses, then it's gonna be on two separate living parcels.
No, it's already in construction and it has two dwellings, but it's still considered single family.
So that means, okay, I got you. But what's the total output of the project?
The total what?
What's the total amount of the project? What's the total cost, total estimate?
I don't know, but I know it's kind of around 30% already done, which I guess is another problem because I'm assuming they pulled permits and couldn't finish it.
Right. But to your point, it would probably be done more on a conventional renovation versus that. But to your point, it's possibly go construction of firm just because to your point, it's 30% complete or 30% into the project.
30%, yeah, like into the project.
Left to be complete.
I would say about 70.
70. Yeah, so I would say then that, I mean they should be looking at it. They can be doing a construction of firm product from that standpoint.
Okay. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. Kershina, you're right. This is awesome. I loved it. I'll do this with y'all anytime. Anytime we can do this. I appreciate y'all. Any other questions? I don't want to leave nobody hanging. Vicky, make sure you shoot me that cash app. I got you.
Done.
Perfect. I got you. I'll do it right now. So they can say I'm a man of my word. Ms. Vicky. Done. Boom. Cool. I appreciate y'all. If there's anything I can do to help with your clients, your scenarios, we can run through it. Some of the best ones I've done with Latoya Dillard is that, Latoya will have her buyer consultation call set up and she'll say, hey, I want you to meet one of my preferred lenders, right? And she'll shoot them over and I'll get on the Zoom with her and we'll kind of do this all together. Latoya will say, hey, I'm gonna let Terrence do his part because his part's a lot easier and quicker than mine. And then we'll do it together. We'll do it from there. I've done that as well with Donika. So we've done that. I've done that with the Les. So again, y'all have a great plan. Y'all got a great program. Make sure y'all get these buyer agency agreements signed. Do not be afraid of that. You are professional, right? That's how you get paid. Do not be sitting here thumbing, oh, well, they nice, or she got kids, or all that. Nope, I'm a professional. I'm like a doctor and lawyer.
Oh, shit.
You're gonna sign this buyer agency agreement before we partake. I'm not introducing you to none of my professionals without you signing this buyer agency agreement. We'll talk because they silly right now, y'all. And I'll be honest with you, they don't understand that they only can have one lender, right? After we get the contract, you can have many lenders you want, but you don't need one lender to go into contract. You don't need one lender if you're doing down payment assistance. You don't need 30 lenders or 3 different lenders when you're just doing down payment assistance. Let's be honest, right? It's all government assisted money. So you need the lender that understands how they can get them closed. I'm just being honest. If your buyer got money and they put 20% down, they doing this, that, and they're doing their own thing. Okay, yeah, let me get you, over. If you already got your one pre-approval, let me send you to 2 different people or one other person or whatever, so that you are comfortable. But again, don't introduce them to nobody until they sign that buyer agency agreement. Real talk, because they doing some silly stuff. And code word for when a buyer tells you, oh, well, I decided to take a break. You know what? They're taking a break from you. They got somebody else they hired. So just being honest with y'all, man. I've seen a lot of silly stuff out here, as I'm sure you're seeing. And the one thing I would say that we're working on as a lender, you guys, I'm aware of the lawsuit. You guys know the pending lawsuit, not the lawsuit, but the class action suit that's against realtors. I'm there right with you. I believe you should be paid. I believe that you should not be working for free. So you're not gonna get that from me. But think about it. Our VA buyers is going to affect the most. This is going to affect the VA buyer the most because VA does not allow, right? It does not allow for a VA buyer let's just say this goes into fruition. VA buyers can't pay a realtor commission. That's part of VA. They can't do it. So what's that mean? That means our VA buyers shouldn't be represented? Hell no. Right? So I don't think that's going to go in the law. It's going to happen. But again, we need to figure out lenders, right? We got to figure out what is the 100% conventional loan program. We got FHA figured out, but as a lender, and we're working on it, we're working on with our investors to figure out a 100% conventional loan program, because if a VA person can't go VA, well, Eleni, I want you to be able to say, hey, well, we couldn't go 100% VA, but we can still go 100% conventional and we still be fine, right? So again, those are things that everyone should be working with and talking about. You guys, we're partners. We should be working as partners, right? We should be working and talking about, hey, client, they talked to you, Terrence, they didn't feel comfortable for whatever reason by saying, hey, they need X amount, or they didn't feel comfortable when you said this, that, and third. Give me the feedback. Tell me, right? Because I'm a representation of you. But I'll never be disrespectful to the client. But at the same time, I'm not going to be disrespectful to you, and I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to waste your time. I won't go to jail telling you what they got in the bank or what their credit score is, but I'll tell you, hey, Yari, stop wasting time. Hey, Vicky, they need some credit help. Hey, LR, they need to save some money. Hey, Latoya, I won't tell Latoya, but I'll call and tell her husband and say, Dirty, tell Latoya to stop wasting her time. So Lisa, that's what you get with me, right? Straight up, what we talk about, that's what we do, and that's how we're gonna get it done. That's how we do it.
Terrence, are you willing to go up against new construction?
Yes.
Okay. I know you're like you don't want like to be a bunch of land.
No, so the thing is, right? So the thing about new construction, this is how it works, right? If a borrower says, hey, I want this DR Horton home, right? If I knew, I would go with them to the DR Horton site and say, look, let's go to DR Horton. Let's get you this house right where you're at. You know, from that standpoint. Yes, let's go talk to DHI, because I know DR Horton is going to offer them a 4.99 interest rate. I know they're going to offer them $15,000 in closing costs. To be honest with you, because of the loan amount, purchase price of $300,000, $400,000, there's not enough money in a deal for me as a lender to offer them an interest rate of 4.99 or to offer them $15,000 as well. So it's not that I don't want to compete, because I'll compete, but I just say when we're talking to the client, if they know that's what they want to do, then we got to do that. Because taking them down the road to the
True homes.
True homes? True is easy. You know, True gives money, any money that True's doing in that development, in that community, their money will go with any lender. And the preferred lenders, they got 6 of them, right? The preferred lender is only giving $2,000. I got $2,000 that I can find and give I do a lot of True Homes loans. I do. I do a lot. And just so that y'all know, right? And again, I'm giving you more than you care about. The only reason, this is where True is with it. True Homes only has their preferred lenders that give them land loans. I can't finance land deals for True. That's not what I do. Movement does. They do it through Movement Bank. Truist does because they are a bank. And anybody else that's on that list. So if you look at their list and start seeing who's the preferred lender, the only reason they're preferred lenders is because they're the same ones that finance the land. So call it steering a little bit. Who's gonna be the whistleblower? Bianca, you look like a whistleblower. Be the whistleblower. Anisha's out there. What's up, Anisha? What's up, Kia? Y'all quiet tonight. Everybody good?
Hey, Terrence. Yeah, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Awesome.
Hey, I'm in here working, but I'm listening.
I got you, Miss Kim. Good to hear from you. But cool, ladies, again, and gents, it's been a pleasure. I'm not gonna hold you guys no more. 7:40. Again, I could do this all night, but I enjoyed it. We can do it any other time. Let Sean know, hey, let's do this again, and we can do it and make it fun, and we can do it anytime. Anytime. It works.
Thank you, Terrence.
Thank you. You guys have a
Thank
good
you.
have a great evening. Thank you. And again, any buyers that we can help, any sellers, big on sellers, right? I got these signs. Let me show you all the signs. Real quick. I got signs all day. So if you guys have, y'all got any listings, y'all send me something. We can put something together and we can be like, look, we got these signs out here. I put my sign next to your sign and be like, look, we out here as a preferred lender. We're gonna do it just like how the builders do it, right? So my preferred lender, Terrence, depending on the purchase price of the house, we'll have that conversation. But Latoya knows because we've done it. Hey, Terrence is offering, I'm making this up, so don't quote me, but a seller credit, a lender credit, excuse me, I'm gonna give a lender credit of $2,500. The purchase price is right? Again, it all comes down to the numbers, and let's make the number right. And we're gonna close fast, we're gonna do all things, but if you guys got any listings, and you saying, look, Terrence, go put my sign outside next to your sign, I'll do that too. So let's partner. Like again, I'm into true partnerships. It's all about partnering. It's all about, us getting more bang for our buck and all of us making it make sense. So, let's do it. Cool.
Thank you so much, Darren.
Thank you. Say again?
No, I said y'all have a good night.
All right, you have a good night. Have a good one.
Yes. All right, thank you.
I'll see y'all soon. Bye.